Narf, 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 narf. That was my intro. Welcome back to part 2, everybody. I just want to, enforce my point of the awesome views. See? There's Geyser Rock right there. Way off in the distance. Just sitting there, being cool. And there's what's it called? Not Misty Mountain, Misty Island. The place you're never supposed to go, that we're going to go to eventually. So, game breaks its own rules. In the last part, we did probably 1% of Sandover Village, getting 1 scout fly. I'm not going to do much more because I want to get to the next area. Like, this is sort of the hub area of this first. There's sort of 4 sections of the game, and each section has its own village, or like it's sort of the. Each section is considered to have its own teleporter gate, where the sages work. So there's Sandover Village in the first section. There's the Rock Village in the second, Volcanic Crater in the third, and then the last one is right beside Gol and Maya's Citadel. Yeah, there's a sage living right next to the big bad guy. No, it's not a bad sage. But in this first section, there's 2 different places that I can go to. The third one isn't available yet, but there is one way that I'm going to want to go first because there's something that I need to unlock first in order to get a certain power cell in the other area. So, with that in mind, I will be going to the Forbidden Jungle first. That long jump was terribly unsuccessful. There we go. Ow. Hit a door. So, by the way, my girlfriend is sitting right next to me. She doesn't like talking in recordings for some reason. Apparently she doesn't like hearing her voice. So, yeah, you can hear her laughing in the background there, so you know she's here. But, for the most part, this recording is unfortunately going to be just me. You won't be able to hear her much. Hopefully she'll get a little more comfortable in the future doing recordings. She's shaking her head no at me, so maybe not. I don't know. Anywho, all I'm doing right now is just going around the village and talking to all the villagers. Making sure that I know what they all want. I already know what they all want. I'm just, just to include it. It's not necessarily required for 100% completion, but I'm doing it anyways just to help you guys. Yeah, what? That was a terrible voiceover. Daxter's voiceover is actually really hard to, mock. Most high-pitched voices are for me. Unless it's Mickey. Oh, boy! Well, sort of. I tried. Aaron doesn't think I did a good job. She's tapping me on the back as if to say, you did good. I think. Yeah, see, basically what this guy is saying is, yeah, you're going back to Misty Island whether you like it or not. Yes, we are. Are we? Yeah, we are. Unfortunately. It's definitely one of my least favorite areas in the game. I'm not a big fan of scary things. But whatever. Movies like Paranormal Activity just go away. This lady can't tell Daxter apart from a bird, apparently. Because Daxter totally has wings. At this point, though, we've basically got a little bit of information on each of the 3 areas to go to in this first section. Forbidden Jungle, Sentinel Beach, and Misty Island. There's really not a whole lot you can learn just by the villages, though. You gotta go there and travel and stuff, and find a whole bunch of orbs and power cells. When you have found all of the orbs and power cells, you know that you have explored everything. Or mostly everything. Hey! Orbs. Anywho. Sort of want to talk about this game a little bit. Because I didn't really talk about it a whole lot last... Or, in the first episode. Jak Daxter was created right up... That Yakko didn't go in the pen! What the hell? Hey! Dude, get in here. You little bitch! Okay. Yeah, Jak Daxter was created right around the beginning of, like, the PS2 era. Whenever that was. I'll have to research this more to inform you of things. But it was created right around the beginning of the PS2 era. And there were a couple of sequels. Like, there was Jak 2 and Jak 3. From the little footage that I've seen of those two games, it is nothing like this game because, first of all, I believe Jak actually talks. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not actually too sure. But the big difference is they use guns. Like, it's a... I don't think it's a rated... What is this game even rated? Let me check right now. Dropping games. Yeah, it is rated... Wow, that was successful. It is rated E for everyone. And I believe, like, the sequels are rated T. So, it picks up the intensity a little bit. But I don't think people really care about that too much. Like, I'm pretty sure there is no, like, 9 or 10-year-old boy in our world who has ever played video games before that can honestly look people in the eye and say they have never played a mature game before. It's... Society has broken down that much. It's a terrible thing to say about society, but it's truth, so I got to truths it. So, this is the way to get to, as the game just told me, Forbidden Jungle. Like, I remember when I first got the PS2, it was Christmas present. Like, I'm pretty sure the only gaming console I've ever actually bought myself was the Wii U, and that was very recently. All the rest of them were from Christmas or birthdays or something like that, I don't know. But when I first got the PS2, I got a whole crap ton of games to go with it from all kinds of different people. This was one of them. And, actually before I got the PS2, there's a summer fair that comes through, our city every year. What it used to do, I don't know if it actually does anymore, but what it used to do is bring this, what it used to do is bring this big PlayStation truck to town, and inside were all of these different games on all of these different PlayStations that you could play, and this was one of them. Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal was another one, and I also got that game when I first got the PS2, and both, like both that and Jak and Daxter I consider to be, like, my first, like, obviously not my first games ever, but, like, my first PS2 games. But I remember playing both of those games in that PlayStation truck at that fair. And, like, I played this game a whole lot more. And, like, I really liked it. And I was jealous of everyone who ever owned this game. Because it looked so fun. And it is fun. I've played through this game so many times that it's pretty much second nature to me. Like, I can talk as much as I am talking right now and, like, not be distracted at all and play through the game, like, perfectly fine. But anyways, there was always one part in the PlayStation truck at the fair in this game that I played through all of the time that I, for some reason, could never figure out. And it was that Yakko part that I just did around the beginning of this part. I could never figure out that the Yakkos were supposed to go into that pen. I just kept wailing on the Yakkos. And, I don't know, it seemed fun at the time, just beating up on Yakkos for some reason, but then I realized, oh wait, I'm not actually accomplishing anything here. So I gave up, and I quit, and I left the PlayStation truck to go on all the fair rides. So, when I finally got this game, along with the PS2, for Christmas, I went to that villager to see what I was actually supposed to do, and saw that you're actually supposed to... You're supposed to keep beating on the Yakkos, but they're supposed to go in a pen. So, I mean, good news, I can still wail on them. Bad news, it actually has to accomplish something. So, that's basically my PS2 at the fair story. Yeah, that's basically all of the information that I had on this game, was that beginning Yakko part. I'm happy to say, though, that when I... Oh, I should probably get that first. When I first played all the way through this game, I was actually able to find everything myself, like all the orbs and all the power cells, without any guide or anything like that, unless you count playing the Yakko part in the PS2 trailer, which I don't, because that wasn't doing anything. But yeah, there are a lot of really out-of-the-way orbs in this game. Particularly, wow, that was a really high-pitched voice by me. Particularly in this first section of the game, there's a couple sections in... Oh, I might as well do this part. There's those orbs right in the tutorial level on Geyser Rock, where you have to, like, jump off the edge and get the orbs, like, on the beach with the blue eco. It took me a really long time to find those, actually. And actually, first time Erin ever played through this game, she accidentally jumped off that edge and found those orbs, and I mean, that's just not fair. Her first playthrough, she finds them right off the bat, and I had to spend days trying to find those orbs. And there's some orbs in Misty Island as well that have the same concept, like you have to jump off the edge to try and find them. So it's kind of annoying. But oh well, I found them. The power cells? Like, finding all of the power cells is actually not nearly as hard as it should be. Like, they're not as out of the way as they could have been. But I guess the game did a good job. It's a good job. I guess the game creators, or like the creators of the game is Naughty Dog? Is that what they're called? I think that's one of the creators. Obviously Sony, but that doesn't count because that's all of PlayStation. So, good job, Naughty Dog. You are naughty. And you're a dog. I feel like I have to focus on this part, because I always try going for a perfect run, just getting all the fish in one shot. Not doing too bad so far. Only got 50 to go. Aw, crap. Darn it. First time I ever played this part, like this fishing part, I always failed hard at it. So, now I can do it pretty successfully, though. Almost done. This will probably be the last wave of fishes. Did it!
200 pounds of fish.
And with a couple of landlubbers. Or whatever he said there. Okay, that's probably going to be the end of the video. So, I will collect this power cell. And I will see you guys next time. in Jak and Daxter. Bye, everybody.